Okay. Hey guys, I'm here, Jitendra Vaswani, and you're welcome to Inside Hustler's Brain podcast. And today I have someone special. Like recently, I got to know about this guy. Like his name is Mushfiq, and he's doing SEO and site flipping from like 12 to 13 years, and he has been tremendous. Like he has done like 175 site flipping in his journey, and he's going to share his stuff into SEO. So do listen to this interview. And so over to you, Mushfiq. So can you share your introduction to my readers so they can know about your journey, and they should be excited? Like this interview is going to be bomb in terms of CRO, site flipping, and SEO. So Mushfiq,
Sure.
over to you. Awesome.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you for having me. So 2008 is when I got started.
Right.
I was in first year freshman in college.
Right.
Wanted to make money on the side,
Right.
and I got into building sites on Blogspot, Google Blogspot, back
Right.
in the day. So I had a few sites. One of them went well, and it was in the VoIP niche. I was promoting like Skype back in the day when they were very young and they were
Right.
paying through commission junction affiliate
Right.
commissions.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not the case anymore after
Uh,
Microsoft bought them.
right.
But anyways, it's an interesting industry. So yeah, that site, I maintained that for about 2 years,
Right.
and then all of a sudden a company out of Australia that had a lot of VoIP type media sites, that they want to buy. I had no idea how that process. I just didn't even know my site had any value. It was generating income for me such that I could live, as a college
Right.
student. I didn't know it had a value. So we closed the deal through escrow, and within a couple of weeks, I had $25,000, which was my first flip,
Wow.
successful flip.
25,000.
Yeah,
Amazing.
as a sophomore in college, that's great, and that kind of opened my eyes to
Right.
this industry. And it was very young then. There was no Flippa, there was no Empire Flipper, there was no
Right.
brokers,
Right.
right? It's very, very wild west. So anyways, fast forward to today, about 12, 13 years, I've done about 175 plus, probably 180 now, because I have about 5 or 6 this year. 175
Wow.
was last year. And that's been on buying sites and growing them and selling them, and also a few of them where I broker them as well. So
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I do. And then I have a newsletter I launched last April, where
Right.
I cover my case studies, what I'm doing, the strategies, and then I also, present deals, the websites for sale on public marketplaces, so people
Right.
can get access to my
Right.
analysis. And that's been going well, and that's a very passion project for me.
Right. So you have been doing like this from 12 to 13 years. So you have a long experience in terms of SEO. And recently I bought your consultation, right? So
Yes, yes,
Mushfiq, you have gone through one of my niche website, and
yes.
I was very much pleased. Like you share 80% of the feedback was pretty good. Like you told me about the changes on the CTA button. So do you want to give advice to my readers who want to optimize their website? So you can give them some ideas how they can optimize their website to have a trust on the readers affiliate niche website. So can you share some tips?
Yeah, so what I like to do is I buy websites that are, I see opportunities, easy win growth opportunities, right?
Right.
And some of those easy wins are, they're actually really easy. It's just the operator of that site just maybe doesn't have that knowledge, or they don't have the time, right?
Right.
So some of them is, for example, if you have an affiliate site that's adding comparison tables at the right spot on the
Right.
page, right? Some pages, some site owners don't even add comparison tables.
Yes.
So that's an easy one. Usually I like to put it right under the introduction section. And a few mistakes I see on that is, one, people don't make the tables nice to look at, I mean, UX perspective.
Right.
So make sure, you spend time making a nice table.
Right.
And then also some people make a nice table, but it's not mobile responsive when more than 50% of the traffic is
Right.
mobile. Another thing is that they put too much information in the table, where a table's purpose is to just give the
Yeah.
summary, and just get the user to just see the products and click. And so some of these buying guides or big large review articles have 10, 20 products that are being reviewed. Don't put all of it in the table. Put three: the middle, like the best budget one, the top of the
Right.
line, and maybe
True.
that's cheap, right?
True.
Because that's the purpose. The user's not here to look at 15 reviews. They just want to know, what does this website recommend. That's what Wirecutter does. A lot of the big players do. So that's an easy one that actually can increase your revenues 20-30%. Your comparison tables get a lot of click through. Other things I see is missing images, product images. Product images get a high click through rate. Some people add product images, but they don't link it to the affiliate. So that's what I see as well. Call to action buttons are missing. That's one. And if call to action buttons are included, they are not a drastic color. So you have to use a color chart essentially. If your site's color is blue, you should have something that's red. You shouldn't have blue buttons. You don't want it to match with your site's theme, right? You need to have a drastic color. So, those kind of things. Other things are, for example, people don't put display ads with their affiliate sites. Those actually don't cause any issues with one another. They work very nicely together. And so those kind of things is what I look at when I value a site, and I then buy the site, improve it, and sell it again after the earnings go up. So,
True that. So, Mushfiq, I've shown one of my niche website to you, right? So please don't reveal the name. I just want to ask you the feedback. Like, you have seen like my niche website have a multiple subdomains, right? One niche, like main domain is about digital marketing, and another is health, dating, traveling. So what's your opinion on this? Someone who wants to have like subdomain on their niche websites and they want to run different content. So because like Mushfiq, when I was like starting this niche website, so many of my friends like expert, like I was hearing the feedback, like don't run these kind of niche website on subdomains, like don't have a different, but I proved them wrong. Like I started this niche website and I have subdomains on it. So what's your experience? What's your take on this thing, right?
My personal take is with your friends. I usually don't build on subdomains because a subdomain is a different domain, right? It's not the same authority to link to. So I usually build, like I would do like domain.com/marketing/ whatever the different categories, and then have the different products and reviews. So you have done it. I know a lot of other sites that do it well. It's not that it doesn't work. It's just a different strategy. So I mean, there's no right way to do this, honestly.
But that was a different content. You have seen like I have a different content. Like main site is promoting about digital marketing tools, coupons, and the subdomain is promoting totally entire content, which is health, dating, a metric, like all these kind of contents I'm promoting right now. Because I have tested this, because when there was a Google update in 2020, this niche website got affected, like the main domain got affected. Why? Because of the bad UX, UI, and the slow page speed. I've seen I was checking all this and my content was not good. Like I have realized I was making all these kind of mistakes, like CRO was not good, like no proper content box, no tables, like comparison ones. So I have recovered this website, like 90% traffic drop was there. Like to be very honest, like Mushfiq, 90% traffic, and so many experts say if the 90% drop in the traffic, then the site is dead. No, we have recovered this website from 90% to 100% right now in just 3 to 6 months. Like I recovered all the traffic. How did I recover? Like updating the content, like clean UI, UX, focusing on the best user experience. I did all these things, and my subdomains didn't got impacted. I've seen this.
That's good. Okay, so sorry, I don't have experience on this, so you are the expert here. But
I've tried it, and because I was seeing like Capterra, like some of these niche big players, they have these kind of subdomains, and I was thinking okay, let's try it. If I fail, it's okay. I will learn something new.
No, I think you are the first website I came across that has done this in our industry. So except for the big players, I think it worked. So good. I mean, I might try it myself.
Because so many, one of my friend, he got to know about this website, because I don't share this, but one of the blogger from India, he got to know about my website. He said, wow, this is something I've never seen it. Like what you have done on this website. I put a lot of trust. I didn't bought the backlinks, no spam linking, only just pure on page. Like Mushfiq, I put a lot of data into on page. That's the strategy. If you ask me about the backlinks, no, I didn't bought the backlinks. I just created basic backlink like social fortress, like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, like the basic one, which are high authority. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's very well done. Very good example of a good site. Don't share it with anybody.
Yes, yes, I didn't share with anyone. The people want to know it right now. I didn't share it because this was a lot of A/B testing we have done right now. And after the
Yes.
Google update right now, still the traffic is going up. So it's going good right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So
it's well
I've
done.
shared access with you, so you know it like Google Webmaster. So you have seen it, right?
I have seen it. Yes. Yes.
And what do you
Yes.
think about like why like you have shared the feedback like affiliates niche website they should have about us pages like
Yes.
trusted like team page. What are your like key takeaways
Yeah.
here right now? Like, do you want to share
Yeah.
with readers?
Yes. I wrote an article on that, so I'll just go
Right.
quickly over that. I think what niche people sites do is they take shortcuts because it's easy. But when
True.
I build a site or I buy a site and improve it, I like to mimic what the real world does, right? So my footer is something where you're not making money from your footer, but it's one that gives you authority. People who want to backlink to you or press or whatever come to your site, they're going to come to your footer and see, do you have a proper authors on your site? Do you have an about page? What's the story behind it?
That is super
Do you have a phone number, an address, hours that you're open?
true.
Let's say all these basic concepts that in the real world everybody does and we don't. So I really focus on my footer. And if you go to the website flip.com, you can look at my footer and see that I spent more time on my footer, I think, than my other
True.
pages.
And I made the notes like you have shared with me. So today I just made all the notes. Like I saw the video and I share the notes with my team. Like these are the feedback I got from this guy. So now we need to improve the like we were missing all these things from the footer. Like we didn't have trust element on the footer. Like of other. And Mushfiq, what I've seen like recently, I've seen some niche website which don't have a trust. They have a dot space domain and they are ranking for review keywords. Dot space domain. They don't have a trust. They don't have about page like, and their homepage was broken, and still they were ranking like 4 to 5 keyword, which are like a decent search volume, like 50 to 100.
Sure.
And they were ranking, no foot and nothing. Like
I think the trust factor and about page and all of that, it's a long-term thing. Short-term niche sites do well. I broker a lot of sites. I see a lot of sites that have a 6-month trajectory that's going up. And I know from my perspective, if the buyer buys that, whoever buys that, they need to invest heavily in building that trust on page experience, just like you have spent a lot of money and time improving your UX, all of that,
yes.
right? And that's and this is the game that we flippers do. There's a group of people here that build sites, get them up to an average level, and then flip it, because the next stage of that is to build the fortress around your business, the authority, and that's hard. That's hard. That takes time, and it's not fun, right? So yeah, I mean, I think those kind of sites, if they just don't do that, over time they're gonna get beaten by bigger players and better sites. So it's a short-term thing, I think.
Okay, because some of the niche websites which I've seen, like they are ranking for review keywords, they don't have outbound links, they don't have internal links. Yeah, they have done reviews with only 2 to 3 images and just a CTA button, like buy this product, and they're ranking for some top ClickBank products.
Yes,
I was shocked, like why, how they're outranking me. I have a DR72, and these guys they don't have anything. Like they are just have I don't know how they are ranking. They have made like a spam links, like blog comments, forum links. They have made it.
Yeah, I think there's 2 things. One, Google updates are going on. It's not always there's some issues. If you follow the industry, that could be it, or it's temporary, right? They're not going to stay there for very long.
Okay, and what do you have seen, like in terms of like Google updates? Like how was your experience, like in 2020 and 2021? Like did your sites got impacted? Like
yes, on last April, May, I believe was the one of the big ones. Both of my sites went down. And luckily, those went down. And then in December 2020, they both recovered.
Same with me.
Yeah. And then just recently, the update this June, I was not impacted significantly. So, I don't know what the purpose is at. I have a theory that I buy sites that are very high authority. My sites are DR40, DR50. I look for that with backlinks that I cannot obtain, Forbes, CNN, that are naturally obtained. So those are the sites I like to buy. And so those are like, in the stock market world, those are like your blue chip stocks, like your stocks like Coca-Cola or Walmart, right? Things like that just aren't going to die over one, issue. So those kind of websites is what I look for. I don't buy sites usually that are less than 12 months old. Just that's my theory. So yeah, they're gonna go up and down. I recovered one of my sites in June that was hit in last April, recovered fully. It's
So what was the reason for the drop? Like, what did you see? Because my reason for drop was UX and UI suck. Like page speeds were very bad, to be very honest.
Yes.
So my reason was that I can see that because I haven't done any kind of spam link building because I don't do all this thing. I do pure white hat on page SEO. That's it.
Yeah. No, same. I don't do any spam link building. I have tried to figure out why my two big sites that were, 6-figure sites got hit, and there is absolutely nothing I came across. My UX UI was good. My tech stack is always fast. I'm using fastest hosts, fastest themes. I make sure all that is done. I couldn't give you a perfect answer. My backlinks are always quality. And I don't build backlinks. So I should say that I'm not a backlink builder. I either buy sites with already pre-existing backlinks that I cannot obtain, or if I build sites, which very minimally I do, I use age domains. And so I don't really do like day-to-day outreach. I don't do guest posting. I do strategic link building. Like, let's say that I have an affiliate partner, right, that I'm promoting their products. I ask them, hey, I've been giving you guys customers and sales. Let me write a guest post on your e-commerce blog, because I believe those kind of backlinks are much, 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 much higher authority than a random niche site giving me a backlink. So I build relationships, and then I take advantage of that relationship.
So same, if you see my main blog, that is BloggersIdeas, I built DR72. It's only purely on the basis of relations. Like that's my main blog. Like the one I send you, that's my niche site, which I've invested in and I've grown. And I didn't send you my main blog. If you have gone through, I will share with you. Like that's his open blog. So that's where I have acquired the backlinks from Entrepreneur, from like site which I have a DA90. So it's like purely on the basis of doing some interviews, exchanging links. That's it. But I never bought all these links. No.
Right.
This is what I've done. Like, and that's a 7 to 8 years old domain like I have right now. So that was the first penalty I received on that domain in 2020 because of the bad UX and UI and the page speed. Like the first, like in 8 years, I never received that kind of penalty in my life. Like 5 to 10% up and down. It's like everyone faces all this kind of drag and down like a zigzag line. It's okay. But this main blog, like it got hit like 40% traffic drop, and we recovered it by improving page speeds, user experience, putting a lot of trust element. And I'm seeing some competitors like Mushfiq. My strategy is that like if you are ranking above me, I will see I've shared with you niche websites. So I've seen like what other people were doing in my niche, how they're building a trust, what kind of trust element they have on the homepage, on About Us, on the content, on the review pages, on the coupon. So I've seen what like the top competitors are doing, and then I try to take the ideas from them and implement in on my niche site. So that is what I've done. Like this is how you do it, I think, right?
Yes. Reverse engineer.
Reverse engineering. So I've done reverse it. So that's why how I've improved my niche website. I have a good review boxes, tables, and everything. Like doing reverse engineering on those websites which have a lot of trust element.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
So do you invest in like buying some expired domains and creating a new niche website, or you just buy the flipping websites? Like that's your expertise?
Yeah. Primarily 80% of the time I'm buying sites, existing sites. Whether those existing sites are on age domains or not, I don't care. I'm buying quality sites. In the past, I would not build sites. I don't like to wait for those sites to get out of the sandbox, 12 months of time. I don't like that. But I recently started to build a few sites on age domains. for the past 1-2 years, just as experiments, just to see what's going on. So I have a portfolio of at one point, I had a portfolio of 18 sites in 2018, and I sold them all because I could not focus. I focused on 1 or 2 of them because I liked those topics, and the rest were getting neglected, and that's not a good investment. So I cleaned it all out, sold it all, and started and focused on 5 sites, 4 to 5 sites, big sites that I manage and work on with my team. And then I have 2 to 3 experimental sites on the side that I build on age domains or just to test things out because I don't care about them, right? And if they do well, they do well. Otherwise, I sell them and I learned something. So yeah, and my theory is that I like to do flips. The reason I like to do flips is because obviously to minimize risk, but also the reason I do them is because I can learn a lot from a flip. I can take a site, test a lot of different things, and then quickly flip it. And I take those learnings and apply it to my big portfolio, right? You can't do that if you only have a large portfolio because for example, your site, right? If it's a very high earning site, I would get scared by changing something drastic, right? What if, I mess it up? So that's why I test those things on smaller sites and then take the teachings to my big site. So that gives me that flexibility.
Same here. Like we do a lot of A/B testing on our small niche website, and then we take it on our bigger, high authority niche website, because that's how you learn. If you do a lot of testing on your main sites, and you don't know what Google needs, it's very hard to understand, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, 100%.
Like, so what are your technical SEO tips like for an affiliate niche website?
Yeah, I make sure, first part of the technical part is I make sure my site is the fastest on the top 10 results, right? This is something I make sure. I always use the proper plugins to minimize, because when you buy a site, you're usually buying sites from people who don't understand how to optimize a site. So there's a lot of time up front I do on deleting plugins. I see sites with 30 plugins when you really need 10 of them, right? Sites with bad themes. So first is, optimizing the technology stack. And then what I'm doing is ensuring that the content has the right keywords, the technical, all the different keywords on page. Because I'm in the game of flipping, right? I use the 80-20 principle. I focus on the top 10 pages that bring 80% of the traffic and revenues first, because my goal is to buy a site and within 1 month to 10x the revenues such that it's self-sustaining the growth, right? For example, last April, I bought a site in the outdoor niche. It was earning $300, but it was getting 100,000 page visitors. That number doesn't work. It should earn much, much more, right? So within a month, I optimized the top 10 pages and it was earning $3,000. Now my, income is higher, but now I can use that money to grow the site faster without touching my own funds, right? So, I focus on the top 10 pages, improve the tech stack, and that sets the right foundation for the site to grow.
True, like you improve the pages which are already ranking on Google, and you just keep optimizing them to the next level. It's really important. Like I've seen a lot of SEO experts, they don't do it. Like they miss all these kind of elements.
Yes. Yeah, and I think I don't know if they would be SEO experts if they don't do it, but they're probably, I think it's laziness and time. It takes effort, right? It's not fun. So yeah, I think it's, yeah.
And Mushfiq, where are you based right now?
I'm in Chicago, US.
Chicago, that's it. And you are from Bangladesh, if I'm not wrong?
Yes, or born there, yes.
Okay, that's awesome. So you stay with your family, or you just a digital?
Just my wife and I, yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So how big is your team right now?
Good question. So I have VAs, a couple VAs that do different things for me. I don't have anybody on payroll, as in they're not part of my company, because in the US, there's a lot of different legal stuff. So everybody's a contractor. I give them projects as they come up. So I have a few VAs that do formatting, social media and all of those things that repetitive. And then I have like a semi-manager type that he has an agency in India as well. He's based out of India. And I gave him like large projects. Like I will say, hey, I just bought this site. I need all these pages redesigned, this. And he has his own portfolio of niche sites and agencies. So he understands my language, and he charges me whatever he wants, and I'm happy to give him because I know it'll be done right. So he's my, let's say, my manager essentially. And I give him big projects. Yeah. And I like to do the strategy, the growth, content research, keyword research, monetization research, and all those things. I enjoy that. And so I don't outsource that.
Same here, because I have a team like the guy who handles my like 20 plus blogs, like servers, development, site designing, everything. Like he's my friend from 7 to 8 years. So I just take care of my best people, because Mushfiq, I have learned in this business from 7 years, 6-7 years. Like if you have a best people in your team, then you can easily grow, and you have a best business partners, and you build a trust, reputation, and you have a very healthy relationships, so you can easily grow your business. Yes. I have seen this thing like 2020, like for me, like I got a great business partners, like 2 of my best friends. One of the guy, he was working in my team like 5 to 6 years. He was very young, 21, 22, and now he's a partner of the site I've shown you, right? I've taken, so he has grown this website from like, I think $1,000 to $10,000. So that's how we scale this niche website. And now we are finding the more profitable keywords which we can easily rank. So that's how in 20 days. So this lockdown, I would say like it was a very profitable for me in terms of my business. I've learned a lot of things about my life, my business. So it's like, I have learned this. If you really want to survive in this business for the long run, you need to have a healthy relationship with your best team members. You need to have, otherwise you cannot survive. It's very hard, super hard.
100%.
Because if you hire the bad guys, so Mushfiq, if I have access to your blogs, I can insert links, right? Because I have seen this in the past. You might have experience and I have experience. So I know like these best people right now, I have it. I have trust on them, 100% trust. And I ask them, what do you need? You need laptop, what else you need? Just make it sure like your work is smooth and we are on the same pace and track. And it's very hard to find. It's very hard. Like I've learned this, like, so that's why I don't want to leave them. So whatever they want, I fulfill their needs. So that's it.
100%. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to find good talent. There's a lot of people in entering the industry, but very few that know what they're doing without much training, right? And
so that's why now I've given the best people, like 2 of my best friends, they have left the job in 2020 because they got like their company was not paying because of this lockdown in India. Many companies have shut down. So they were working. They were my best friend. I say, okay, you come into my team. I will train you on SEO. And now they have scaled in my business. Now that's how you get the best people, because it's very hard, like SEO. So you know this game, like Mushfiq, like people can take backlinks from your blog. They can destroy your blog in 1 month. It's easy. They can take adult backlink. They can do a lot of shit. So it's very. So luckily, by God's grace, I just be very grateful to the God. Like I have the best people, trust me.
Yeah.
That is helping me to grow.
For sure. Yes.
Because I have met like Neil Patel and these are the guys who have taught me like make good relationship with your team members. If you don't have it, then it's going to spoil your business for sure.
Yes. 100%.
So I think like it's like, so what are your 2021 goals right now? Like, are you planning to acquire more niche websites, or what's your plan right now for 2021?
Yeah, in 2020, I said I would not acquire any more niche sites, but I bought like 3 since then.
Really?
I have plans to sell. I had plans to sell one of my sites that was in a dating niche, which I shared with you, similar niche to yours. It was listed for about 390,000, but no buyers. It's a very interesting niche. Not very many buyers. So probably that I have hired an operator, the same guy that I was talking about, the manager that he'll get a monthly salary and a bonus to kind of manage that entire site for me. So that's my new goal, is to buy sites and then grow them. And if I see that there's potential for a quick flip, I will sell. Otherwise, I will keep it in my portfolio and hire an operator to take care of it for me, so that I can focus on other things. Because my big project this year is the website flip.com newsletter. And I'm launching some SaaS tools on that for website flipping industry. So those are kind of hiring. I have a software engineering team in India working on some tools. And so, yeah, that's my passion. And I think that industry needs more tools to help them buy sites, essentially.
True that, because this industry is growing right now in this COVID, in this pandemic, because it's going to continue a long time right now. So this industry has boomed, like education courses, people are selling courses. Like a lot of things have changed in 2020. I've seen like SEO, like digital marketing have grown a lot. Like so many of opportunities are there to start a blog, YouTube channel, anything like, so you can learn any skill online right now from YouTube itself. It's easy right now.
Yeah, 100%. Very easy. No excuses.
Yeah, people have a lot of excuses in their mind. That's the problem with them. Like they have a lot of excuses. Like their mind is full of excuses. Like, and they don't want to learn anything. That's the problem with them.
Yeah.
Mushfiq, I really appreciate your time, man, because I want to keep it short and have a lot of value in this interview. So thank you so much, Mushfiq. I really appreciate your time, man. Like, you have shared a lot of golden tips and you have shared a lot of strategies for my niche website also. So guys, if you are listening to this and if you're watching this interview, so Mushfiq is the right guy if you want to get some kind of consultancy on any kind of your affiliate marketing niche website. He's the right person. Like, he has given me a lot of great tips on my niche website. I really appreciate his time, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Mushfiq, how people can find you? So do you want to share your links with them?
Yeah, so it's just going to be thewebsiteflip.com. That's the best way to reach me. And that's where I write all the content there and I'll share all my tips there. So, yeah.
So guys, if you're interested, so please go to his website, the website Flip. He's there. And thank you so much for listening to this interview, Inside Hustler's Brain podcast. So do share your feedback about this podcast and share this interview with a lot of people who really want to learn about SEO and affiliate marketing. Thank you so much, Mushfiq. I really appreciate your time, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.